country, okay, a country from Europe, okay, you can look it up. A country from Europe that starts with this letter. Okay? Did you get it? Okay, think of an animal that starts with the second letter of this country. Now we have an animal. Okay? Think of the color of this animal. So how many of you got gray elephant from Denmark? Yeah, see? I told you I can read your mind. Okay. Anyway, so let's see what we got here. How many of you are in the 9th grade? Raise your hand. Okay, how many of you are in 10th grade? How many of you are in 11th grade? 12. Okay, anyway, I'll try to show you some good stuff here today. So essentially we're going to talk about how to prepare for college, why you are still in high school, how to explore majors. Again, many people don't know whether I want to be a doctor, I want to be a businessman, I want to be a pharmacist, so you don't know what the thing is. I'm not going to tell you everything, but at least I will tell you where to get this information. Then I'll talk to you about the admission requirements for college and how to prepare yourself while you are still in high school to be admitted to college. Okay? Feel free to interrupt me at any time. If you have any question, stop me at any time and ask any question. Okay, I just want to tell you a good advice. The effort that you'll do in the next 5 or 6 years will determine your career for the rest of your life. You can spend your time playing video games and chat with people and use Instagram and Facebook and stuff like this. It's not going to help you. Believe me, you are wasting your time by doing this. If you study hard, get good GPA, you'll be able to be admitted to any college you want, and you can get any degree that you want. When I was at your age, I used to study at least for 5 or 6 hours every day, at least. So again, don't waste your time playing video games, Instagram, chatting with people. This is useless. I'm not saying that you can stop doing it completely, but at least you can limit it, maybe half an hour a day or so, or 1 hour at the most. But the main thing, at your age, you need to study hard to get a good degree, good GPA, to be able to be admitted to any college that you want. Okay? Are you with me? Okay, again, the effort that you are doing in the next few years will determine your career for the rest of your life. You can be, if you don't get a good degree, you are going to be struggling for the rest of your life, trying to find how I'm going to pay for the rent, I don't have money for the rest of the month, and so on. But if you get a good job, you will be able to live comfortably for the rest of your life. Somebody would say, okay, I can work at McDonald's and I can get $15 an hour or $20 an hour. You may be happy with this money right now, but when you grow up and you have family and you have kids, this amount of money is not going to help. It's not going to be enough. So you need to have a good degree so that you can get a good job. Okay, why do I go to college? Essentially, if you go to college, you can get good experience, some new experience, meet new people, and the main thing is you'll lead to higher salary and more comfortable life. This is the main thing. And you can have lower chance for unemployment. Excuse me. Just put my jacket. Okay, so it's very important to have a degree. You can't just stop at I'm going to get a diploma from high school and that's it. No, you need to go to college. So what should you do in high school to prepare yourself to get a good degree? Take challenging classes. Don't get by with minimum requirements. Challenge yourself. I'm going to take math, I'm going to take physics, and so on. Don't take some easy courses and they're not going to be helpful. So take challenging courses. There's a lot of electives that you need to take, but again, choose them to prepare yourself for the college that you will be attending. Take classes that are required for your major. In other words, the sooner the better that you want to decide what major to take. If you wait until you finish high school and even start in college and you don't know what major to take, this is not very good. The sooner the better to know what you'll be doing. Talk to people, and the event today is a good example. You need to decide what to do, and then once you know your major, you will choose the classes in high school that prepares you to be admitted to this particular major. For instance, if I want to be an engineer, I need to take math, physics, chemistry, and so on. if you want to be a doctor, you need to take biology, you need to take physics, and so on. So the sooner the better that you need to decide about your degree, the better it is, so that you can choose your courses while you are still in high school to prepare yourself for admission in the college. Stay involved in school, church, community-based activities, and so on. Try to do some extracurricular activity. Work with your parent to estimate your potential financial aid, and there's something called FAFSA.gov. Do you know? Did you hear about this thing? There is a website called FAFSA. You can get some grants from the federal government, or you can take a loan, and you can actually get some jobs. I think it says, and FAFSA is going to come a little bit later. Explore available scholarships. There are so many available scholarships that you can apply for. They're not guaranteed, but at least you can apply for and try to get as many scholarships as possible. Save for college. Again, college is not free. In Egypt, for instance, when your parents, when I was in college in Egypt, it used to be for free. Here it's not for free. You have to pay for it, and it costs a lot of money. So you need to consider this, work with your parents, and try to see how you can get the thing. Talk to a counselor in high school. Talk to your teacher. Talk to other mentors. Try to take an advanced placement course, and so on. Again, try to, when you apply for college, most probably they're going to ask you to write an essay, and you can write what you are doing. Try to list all the awards that you got, any extracurricular activities, what kind of jobs you did, and so on. All of this will help you in getting easier admission to college. Consider participating in academic enrichment programs, summer workshops, camps, and so on. Focus on science and math and so on. Use your summer wisely. You can work, for instance, you can volunteer, you can take summer courses. Don't waste your summer. Try to build your resume as much as possible so they can, when you apply for college, this will help you in the admission. Go to career information events like today, for instance. This is a good, you're going to talk to some professionals here in the church, and they will tell you, keep asking them, don't be shy. What do you do on your work? Do you like a job or not? Do you make good living or not? And so on. And get some advice as much as possible. Research majors. Again, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how to look for majors. While you're in the 10th grade, you need to take the pre-SAT, or preliminary SAT, or you can, if you have very good GPA, you can take something called National Merit Scholarships qualifying test. Have you heard about this? That's again for a very, again, you need to be on the top maybe 10% of the country or so to get something like this, but you can do it. But at least you need to take a PSAT. PSAT's not counted, but at least it will give you some experience so that the following year when you take the actual SAT test or ACT, this would help you. In the 11th grade, take the SAT, or actually so the ACT, either SAT or ACT. In the summer before the 12th grade, you need to create a username and password for the FAFSA thing, something called the FSA ID to access your government financial aid. I'll talk to you a little bit about government financial aid a little bit later. Narrow down the list of colleges that you are considering attending. My advice again, just go to ASU, just next door here. ASU has 5 campuses around the country, actually 4 campuses here in the Valley. Tempe, the main campus. There is also Poly, ASU Poly in Mesa. There is ASU West. There is also ASU Downtown Phoenix. Also, there's a campus in Los Angeles. So ASU is a good thing. Somebody will say, I'm going to go to Harvard. I'm going to go to whatever. You can, but why would you bother going anywhere else? The best thing is to stay with your family. Why do you care about paying for the rent or what I'm going to eat today? The faucet is leaking. I want to fix it. Don't worry about all of these things. Let your parents worry about these things. Concentrate on your studying, and then after you finish your degree, then now you can, if you want to continue for a master's degree or PhD degree or whatever, or you want to go to medical school or pharmacy or dental school, now you can go somewhere else. But my advice for the bachelor degree, you want to stay here at home, and then you can, so ASU would be a good thing. ASU, by the way, is one of the biggest schools in the country. I'm going to show you the website right now, and we'll see how to look for majors. You may visit school that interests you. Again, you can take an appointment with one of the advisors, or you can go with your parents, try to go around and see what the requirements are, what kind of major you have, and so on. And everything is available online, by the way. I'll show you how to search for majors here. Contact colleges, search online for application, financial aid, admission requirement, deadlines, and so on. You need to be aware of all of these things. And the more, so you need to do your homework, you need to spend some time getting this information. Apply for scholarships. In the 12th grade, you need to visit colleges that invites you to enroll. So you're going to apply to different colleges. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, now, you hear me now? So visit your colleges, contact schools' financial aid offices. For instance, at ASU, they have a whole office for financial aid. They'll tell you all the requirements, how to apply, and so on. If you have high GPA, ASU, all the three main universities in Arizona, ASU, U of A, and NAU, will send you a letter without asking, and they will tell you, we're going to give you a scholarship. Again, but the main thing is you have to have a good GPA. Both my kids, for instance, have this thing. They got an invitation from ASU and U of A, and they didn't even apply. So, because they had good GPA. Notify a school of your choice. In other words, if you apply to more than one school, at the end you need to narrow it down to, and eventually you need to go to a specific school and you notify them. And make sure that to do this with the deadline, before the deadline. The main thing, again, in summary, you have to have good GPA, standardized test, either SAT or ACT. Again, there's something called National Merit Scholarship Qualifying Test. If you have very good GPA, in most schools, they are going to ask you for essay. You need to practice on it and keep modifying it. And you can do some extracurricular activities. Not only studying in your classes, but you do extra activity, volunteer work, Sunday school service, sports clubs, and so on. The more you do this, the better chance, the higher chance that you are going to be admitted to a good major. Other tips would be ask your teacher, and if you don't understand any topic, just ask your teacher. Don't waste your time, again, with Facebook and the video games. Again, this is a good advice. Ask all the friends, people just a few years earlier than you. You need to ask them what their major is and how they like it and so on. Avoid bad friends and bad websites. Be serious. It's your future, your career. Again, you need to take it seriously, and because, again, the effort that you are doing now will determine how you are going to be living for the rest of your life. Cheating and plagiarism. Again, don't do this. The main thing is you may get by with good grades in a homework or good grades in an exam, but when you go for a job and your boss tells you, do this thing and give it to me by tomorrow, you're not going to tell them, I cheated in this homework, or the teacher was very bad and didn't understand anything from him. No, you're going to stay for all night trying to solve it, and if not, your boss might give you one more chance or so, and then at the end he's going to simply fire you. So cheating is not only, it's not good because you're going to get good grade, but you're not going to benefit from classes. What should the parents do? Again, take your child talk to the child about the colleges, encourage your child to take advanced classes and challenging courses, encourage your child to balance homework with other activities, attend college fairs with your kids, work with your child to fill in the FAFSA thing. Let me show you the FAFSA. I think it's okay. Here, FAFSA stands for Free Application for Federal Aid, for Federal Student Aid. This is a website. Just Google it and you can find it. It's first come, first served basis. So the earlier you apply, the better it is. And you do this early when you are in the 12th grade. Financial aid, there are 3 forms of financial aid through FAFSA. either scholarships or grants. This is just money for free. You don't have to return it, or they can give you further work. You can work in the college, or you can give you a loan. And if you give the loan, you have to pay it later when you graduate and you work. Consider the financial, again, how they decide. What should I give them, $5,000 or $1,000? Again, it depends on your financial need. There's some financial need basis, and also depending on how good you are in GPA, SAT, or ACT. So again, the higher the GPA, the better chance that you are going to get grant for free. And so, yeah, try to do this. There are all kinds of scholarships available. There are all kinds of, this is just one of the websites. And even for the Coptic community, there's something called Coptic Education Foundation. This is a website. You can just apply for it. They give some websites for Coptic students. Explore majors again. There are so many websites. This is one of the websites. Let me just, for the purpose of saving time, I'll just go to the ASU website. Just type asu.edu. Okay, this is the main website for ASU. Okay, there's either in person or online. Let's choose in person. And let's say, whatever, engineer or civil engineer. Let's say civil engineer. I'm a civil engineer. Okay, and either undergraduate or graduate. In this case, you highlight graduate and submit. They will tell you everything about civil engineering. Let's see. Okay, essentially you can look for it, but let me go back here. They will tell you what civil engineers do, what kind of work they do, how much money they make. The main thing is admission requirement. Let me look for admission requirement. Just like admission requirement. Okay, these are School Polytechnic, MP campus, and so on. Engineering. Program description, what civil engineers do. And these are the area within civil engineering. I don't want to spend much time in this thing, but I just want to show you how to get major map. It means what courses you need to take to get this degree. Accelerated program if you want to get master's degree and bachelor degree at the same time. Admission requirement, this is the main thing that I want to tell you about. This stuff is going to be first year here. Admission requirement. There are two kinds of admission requirements. Competency requirement, what courses you need to take, also aptitude requirements. For admission requirements, for instance, for competency, you need to have 4 years of math, 4 years of English, 3 years of lab science, and so on. Then 2 years of social science, 2 years second language, and so on, 1 year of fine arts. You have to complete these to be admitted. You have to complete these to be admitted to the civil engineering at ASU. Then there is aptitude requirement. You need to be in the top 25% of the high school, or at least 3 GPA. ACT is this much, SAT is this much. So there are two things, either both number of what courses to take, and then what grades you are getting. If you don't complete all the courses, you may still be admitted to the college, but you will be taking some what we call deficiency courses. So you're going to take these courses in the college, and they are not going to be counted. So why don't you take them? Why don't you take them while you are still in high school? Okay, so, okay. So essentially, for instance, you can get, if you type engineering, you'll get all of these things. Click on any one of them, they'll tell you all the information about it. Again, program description for any major, let's say business. I'm gonna go to medical school and so on. Just type whatever, type some keywords and they'll tell you everything about it. So you need to do some homework to do this. Required courses, major map, admission requirements, and so on. This is what I showed you. First year or transferring from another college and so on. Job description, typical salary and so on. Examples for these are again what I showed you right now. Some competency requirements and some aptitude requirements. If you want to compare between two measures, you put them together and they will give you side by side, let's say computer science versus computer engineering. It'll tell you what the difference between them. Community college. You have an option to go to the community college and you can spend about 2 years to 2 courses at community college and then you transfer them to the college. Why do you want to go to community college? They are much cheaper. You can take up essentially most of the 100 level courses and 200 level courses. You can take them at the community college, and then you can transfer them to the college. Okay, there are 2 tracks for the community college. You can get what's called associate degree. Associate degree, mostly like to be an electrician. You can be a carpenter. You can be a technician in hospital and so on. This is called associate degree. Typically, it takes about 2 years to do this. Or you can get a college degree or a bachelor degree, which takes typically 4 years. Now, in most of the cases, the courses that you are taking, the associate degree might not be transferable to the college degree, to the bachelor degree. So when you go to the university, you can choose, first of all, you go to the ASU website, or whatever, U of A or whatever, look for the specific courses that are required and they get the equivalency at the community college. Try, if you are happy with the associate degree, that's fine. But again, my advice is that don't just get any courses in the community college. You need to take specific courses that will qualify, that will be transferable to the university. Courses that can be transferred to the university, not necessarily transferable to all the majors. So maybe some courses are transferable to the business degree, but not to engineering or not to science. So again, you need to know exactly what courses to take. Again, there is a website to tell you what course is equivalent and so on. Tuition cost. Okay, this is tuition cost. Again, it's available online. You can get, for instance, for one hour course. Well, most of the courses in the college are 3-hour courses. 3 hours means you are meeting with an instructor for 3 hours every week. So for 3-hour course, the cost would be about $27.95 for this year. If you take 7 hours or more, let's say 3 courses or more, it's going to be about $6,400. And they change from one year to another. Now, in the community college, the cost is much less. But again, when you go to community college, make sure that you are taking the specific courses that will be transferred to that particular degree that you are looking for. You might want to meet with one of the counselors over there, not in the high school, but a counselor or advisor in the college to tell you what courses to take, and they will advise you what courses to take in the community college so that they can transfer them to ASU. Don't waste your time in taking some courses and then at the end you discover that they're not transferable. How am I doing in time? Okay, there's honors college. Let me skip this thing. Medical degree, this is the last thing I want to tell you. To be a doctor or a physician, a doctor or a pharmacist or a dentist, you have to complete a 4-year degree first, and then you apply to a medical degree or pharmacy or dental school and so on. So this is a track, and then how to get it. You have to be one of the top students to be admitted. Okay, I think that's all. Yeah. Sorry, it took me so long time. I'll be here, by the way. If you need more information, I'll be here.
So as you see, Dr. Mamlouk had a lot of information. So he's going to be here, in here actually, in the church throughout the entire time. So if you need to come back, maybe ask him for his advice, maybe to ask him for questions, or maybe to ask him for his PowerPoint, he'll be available for you here. Okay? So I'll just explain how the career fair will go. So this is a very serious event with a lot of professionals that are taking very valuable time from their family time and their life to come here and answer your questions. So please, first and foremost, this has to be serious. Don't go in front of them and ridicule or make fun or just speak to your friends and not ignoring them. No, you have to give them your full and undivided attention. So I'm going to ask you please to not fool around, okay? If there's a lot of people, so basically you're going to go for, I'll give you the map right now to show you exactly where they are and who they are. But if there's a lot of people in one booth, try not to go, all of you asking the questions all in the same time. It's just do it one by one. Be respectful of your